Okay, welcome, Erin, and it carries. Okay, thank you. So you will hear 4 minutes, and then you'll know roughly. Okay, welcome.
Thank you, Chair Esther Pauls, and council members and community members. I appreciate the opportunity to speak today, but before I begin, I want to quickly note a miscommunication regarding the title. Last week, I had requested a change via email, but only noticed this morning the updated request wasn't made. So I appreciate your understanding. So without further ado, I'm going to continue. I'm an environmentalist and public engagement leader and a financial advisor. Why I'm here today is I've come in the spirit of cooperation. Many ratepayers have asked me to request an inquiry into the HCA's handling of Ancaster wells. Since 2017, myself and many others have worked diligently to get HCA boards to restore our water access as per the legal conditions on title and the regulations under the Health and the Safe Drinking Water Act. Yet we've faced miscommunication, stonewalling, withholding key documents, and even a motion to silence the public. Despite our persistent efforts to engage, we have encountered obstacles at every step, while the CAO's reports to the board do not fully reflect the true state of affairs. We need guidance from council to help us get answers. We're not here to make waves, we just want clear waters. There's been a pattern of silence and obfuscation. Our efforts to cooperate over the years, we have worked in good faith reviewing all relevant documents, FOIA records from both HCA and the City, Conservation Act, the HCA governance policies, conservation governance, legislation on water, health regulations, and legal conditions on title, and the IPC commissions. I took it all the way up 4 levels. It took 2.5 years. What we're asking for, while legal avenues remain an option, our priority is a transparent public inquiry that actively involves...
I'm so sorry. There's a point of order by Councillor Wilson, and I'm wondering what the point of order is. So, Councillor Wilson, we couldn't see your from the presentation. So, Councillor Wilson. We can't hear you.
Did you say there's a timer? Oh.
Maybe try unplugging your headset and use the computer speakers.
Now? Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, because I cannot hear you. I'll just ask one more time. Chair, are you able to hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yes, nice and clear.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know what's happened. I just wanted to raise a point of order. There's been some pretty questionable assertions and allegations being made against a board. That's one point of order, which I don't think is appropriate. The second point of order, we're not sitting as the Hamilton Conservation Authority, so I'm not sure jurisdictionally the presentation concerns this particular governing body.
I'm asking for an inquiry.
Could you please rule?
Okay, Erin, she's just wanting an inquiry, and I'm wondering if we could bring this to staff. You could continue, but just watch the wording of your accusations and all that to make sure. And if it continues, maybe we'll report it to staff, and you can do your presentation to staff. Okay? So you could continue, but be careful.
Forgive me, Chair. I've asked for a ruling on the allegations, whether they are appropriate to be made, and secondly, whether this delegation pertains to the Hamilton Conservation Authority, which is outside the direct jurisdiction of this body. This body is the Public Works.
Okay, but it was.
It's about water.
Okay, it is to do with water and our wells, so I would let her continue, and then we could report it back to staff. But please do not make accusation. If it's regarding the water, we'll let you continue.
Okay, thank you. It is regarding the water. So our concerns, the well status is constantly, is in constant jeopardy. Every 7 to 10 years, our water is threatened with closure or decommission. Nothing seems to be making sense. What is happening? Why can't we get clear resolution to restore this water source that aligns with the legal deed conditions and health legislation, especially when no health order has ever been produced as required by law? Oh, something's in the way. The violations and lack of compliance. Public engagement has been silent. A motion was passed September 2024 to prevent public delegations. Now the board and staff are directing all the public to go to the lawyer through a lawyer since August 2024. No health order has been produced. The medical officer of health for the City of Hamilton has never produced a health order. By law, a health order must precede water source changes. Nothing has been presented. Lack of required signage. Even basic arsenic warnings are not mandated, let alone legally required. FOIA records contradict public statements. And there's been a switch from well number 8 to well number 9 that has been made without public transparency. The financial costs of this select staff is significant. The financial burden caused by the actions of the staff exceed $50,000 just in 2017 alone, possibly over $100,000, possibly even more. Should ratepayers be footing the bill for mismanagement and secrecy? There are unnecessary legal fees, unlawful fencing, pay-to-play swipe system, signage, administrative costs, and potential liability risks continue to add up. What we need from the city, we're asking for a formal inquiry. Help us initiate a formal inquiry that involves the public. Support transparency on decision-making around this vital public water source of Hamilton's. Uphold legal conditions. Work together to uphold the legal conditions on the deed, abide by the health regulations, and restore access. And I would even go as far as to suggest that the HCA, if it's too much trouble for them to keep this on, to transfer this land and water to the Ratepayers Association that's dedicated to honoring a Hamiltonian, Bill Kennedy, his legacy of donating the land for the people in perpetuity without associated fees. Can we find solutions together? Water is life. Let's make sure it's managed with integrity. So what I'm asking is we're seeking answers. We are here because we need answers and we need an inquiry. We believe in the City Council that can help facilitate a fair and open inquiry. Transparency and fairness. Let's ensure this issue is handled lawfully, transparently, and fairly for all stakeholders. We are dedicated to ensuring free public access to the fresh mineral water at Ancaster Wells, which, by the way, has been in existence in the 1700s. We can date it back. So this is why Ancaster was known, and where people came to Ancaster was based on these mineral waters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Erin.